All right, Kenman here, and today is a very special custom project day. We're going to travel back in time, back to before you were at MPG EDC's page, watching that cool video of that knife custom that she just had finished. This is where it all began. Before we start, I'm not sponsored by anyone. I purchase everything at retail price. I do these videos because I love discussing knives and sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. I have not purchased anything today. These scales are for a Spyderco, and Meredith sent them to me in hopes that we could do a little custom project with them. They are titanium scales. And so I am now ready to get going on them. She wanted to do that big reveal on her channel, so you've probably watched that video by now, and now we're here and you get to see how it all happened. So I got the scales in the mail a little while ago. I've been doing some other projects and stuff, and now it's ready to get started on these. They're just a nice clean titanium scale. Kind of take a quick little overview. There's a couple little imperfections and stuff, little marks that we're going to try to clean up before we start, see what best I can do. This one here, you can see there's like where the pocket clip was. There's a couple little notches that are there, so I don't know if we want to try to sand that out or not. We'll clean them up and we'll see how they look and do the best that we can. But we are going to do some fun stuff to these. Like I said, she wanted to do the reveal on the channel, but now that we've done that, I can explain to you what we're doing. What we are going to do is we're going to anodize these. We're going to anodize them a specific color. And then what we're going to do is I am going to laser removal a pattern on that anodize. And so what that means is it'll remove in the pattern that we want. Like, we're going to make the whole thing one solid color, then we're going to remove it in a certain section with the laser removal. Then we're going to go ahead and anodize it again, and then that will anodize all those laser removal parts into another color. If you want to look, this one's in a bag. See how this is blue and gold? So I did the whole thing in that turquoise kind of blue, then sanded the top, and then did it again and left that gold. So we're going to do something like that with these, except for we're not going to sand. We're physically going to do a laser mark removal of the anodized coating and then anodize it again in another color. Sounds pretty fun, right? So we are here right now. What I'm going to need to do is warp to the other location, and we can get going on this. Everybody ready? Okay. So here we are, we're looking at these scales. You can tell on this angle in this picture, they're pretty scratched up, kind of beat up, those two little spots from the pocket clip. I'm going to put them in the sandblast and kind of clean them up as best I can. You really need a nice smooth surface, just like this. They look fantastic now, but the anodizing will really show through on any scratches or anything that might be there. So we really wanted to clean them up, and they look perfect, ready to go for the next step. Okay, I apologize. I didn't get the sandblasting on video, but I cleaned it up real nice, and now we have started the first anodizing. We've got it set at a specific voltage, so as it goes up through that voltage, you can see the different colors that you can achieve. Basically, when it gets to the desired voltage of the color that we want, it'll stop at that point, and then we can see that it's good and remove it. And that's what we're doing right now, and it's almost to the shade of light blue that we would like, and that will be the first stage of this process. Stage 2 next. Now we have a nice even anodized coating with this light blue, which is higher up on the spectrum, so we can start prepping the laser mark to remove that. This is my initial design. Kind of had to go and draw all these triangles, turn them into a big circle so that I could then create this rectangle shape where I can crop them off. I have to make each one into its own individual closed off shape so that I can hatch it and create a dark line like this, so it's all ready for that laser mark. Now we will do a few test laser mark dots on the inside in a spot you'd never see it, but we need to kind of dial in the settings of the laser and make sure we get a good clean mark that is basically just removing the anodize to prep for the next step. So here we are, we've got that laser mark all designed, hatched, ready to go, and ready to push the button. Boom! There it starts. Every time you make a different setting for a laser mark, you got to kind of dial it in. You don't know exactly how fast it's going to go. This one you can see it's not super quick, but I didn't want to change the speed. I kind of wanted us to just be able to experience the whole thing in real time. Isn't that fun to watch? So you can see the laser as it's working its way up. Depending on how you create the design, can determine on like what parts were hatched, how they were put together, kind of how it actually gets marked. I saw and found this one to be easier to kind of do a mirror image. So I did the removal on this first side here, and you can see it went up a little bit further. It's kind of laser marking up into the blue right now because I made that rectangle a little bit larger just to make it easier trying to hatch or create a shape that fits exactly around that scale would be difficult. So I just designed it rectangular so you kind of burn down into the sides. It's kind of why I have that white piece or that blue piece of tape wrapped around a chunk of metal just for the, I don't know if you call it overspray, if you will. But as you can see, this laser mark is designed as to be a removal, and it is removing that anodize just perfect. Kind of having a little trouble focusing here. Look at that. How fun. But yeah, I don't know why I hatched this part different here. It shoots up each one individually, but it's pretty fun to watch, so it's worth it. And yeah, I think ultimately the laser removal setting that we came up with looks really good. It turned out fantastic. It basically brings it right back to the bare metal is what we're looking at now. So we got them both done. They look fantastic, and they're ready to go for the second stage of anodizing. So what's happening here is now we're going to anodize it a different color. And when you anodize titanium, what happens is you set a spectrum, and it works its way the voltage up through that spectrum. And when you hit the desired voltage, that's when you get the color that you want. And now that we've got that desired color, we remove it. And as it goes up, what happens is if you have two colors like we have now, if you do the second color at a lower voltage than the first color, it'll never actually get to that voltage of the first color, therefore the first color won't be affected. It's a really neat trick. Now we have some completed two-tone anodized laser mark removal. Fantastic looking scales. Here's some high definition photos I took while they're still clean and nice and pretty, untouched by human hands. When you touch them, it does kind of dull it up, but you can also polish it and clean it back up. But over time, anodizing does kind of wear out and kind of weather down, but it looks fantastic. If you keep it clean, you keep it looking like that for a long time. All right, we are back at home. I'm looking at these, and they are just great. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Doing the anodizing and then the laser removal and then anodizing the second color. Great idea. We've been talking about trying to do it for a while, and I think this first attempt was a success. You can just see that great shift when the light hits it. Really fun little pattern. And then what happened is we did it in the light blue because it's further up the spectrum, and so it won't change when we go and remove it and then do it again. And then the darker blue is lower, so you can get it to the dark blue without affecting the light blue. So the dark blue didn't go all the way around the edge. If I can focus, you can see the edge is all light blue. So it'll be nice when the knife goes back together. You can see those stripes, they stop at the end of that kind of chamfered edge, if I can get it to focus. But I think it's going to be a cool look. The knife on the edge is going to have that lighter blue look, but then that dark blue really pops all the way across here. See the other side, the underside's all that light blue. But these are looking great. I'm excited to get them out to her. Just don't touch them and mess them up. I got a little spot right there I'm going to have to wipe off now. Ta-da. Want them to be just absolutely pristine for her when she takes them out of the box, you know. But yeah, I'm excited to get these back to MPG. It was really fun. I'm glad she sent these out. It was a fun little project that I was able to do. Don't always have access to some nice quality big titanium scales, and getting these gave me that ability to do this little experiment out. Very happy with how it turned out. Going to be shipping these back to her. Like I said, we traveled back in time, so you are watching this after you've already seen her unveiling and know her thoughts and all those things on it. So it's kind of exciting me doing this, because it's kind of this reverse inception, making a video about a video before a video after a video, but before the you know what I'm saying. I really enjoyed doing it. I'm excited to do some more anodizing, some more dye, some more laser marking. I'm actually sending out, almost matches this mini pyrite that I did the laser mark. If you want to check out the video for that, up there. But a lot of fun customization stuff going on the channel. Enjoy these, MPG. I'm sure you will. Also this one. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.